September, and that means about 1 month until fall. So it's time to talk about a quintessential fall fruit, the apple. There are few major apple orchards left in Tennessee, but there's one right in Cleveland that stood the test of time.
Our orchard actually started by accident.
Chuck McSpadden says his dad planted 2 trees in their backyard back in the 1960s. 2 trees quickly turned into about 30.
One day my mom says, well, you're enjoying your hobby so much, why don't you plant a bunch more? Now she meant maybe 30 or 40 more trees, and the next day my dad went out and ordered 400 apple trees.
Now 40 acres with close to 17,000 trees and 28 different varieties. So Chuck knows a thing or two about apples.
Anyone can grow some in their backyard. What I would suggest is probably some of the more disease-resistant varieties.
It's important to note that in the southeast, the high humidity and rainfall will affect growing.
There's some varieties that's a little easier to grow, like Pristine, Williams Pride, Red Free, Jonafree. Some of those have quite a bit of disease resistance.
We head to another section of the farm to learn about the art of apple picking. But first, I want to know what Chuck's favorite thing is to make with apples.
My living? You ask. I'm sorry, that was too easy.
But seriously, the options are endless. Apple sauce, apple cider, apple jelly, apple pie, and Chuck's favorite, fried apples.
You just slice an apple, something like a gala or a golden, and saute it in butter in the pan with a little brown sugar and cinnamon. This is gala right here.
That's the kind they're harvesting now.
Actually, what we're really looking for is this, what we call the ground color, the color right inside the stem there. We want it going from either from white to yellow. We don't want it really green, because at that point we know it's not really mature yet.
And if it's too yellow, it won't last as long.
And when we're picking, we actually try to leave the stem in it.
Why is that?
Because once that stem comes out, you've got a hole there in the apple.
Without the stem, the apple will lose moisture and again, won't last as long.
Pull straight up on it. Well, that'll work. There you go.
Look at that. Perfect apple pick. McSpadden says the hardest part about growing apple trees is controlling the insects, because a lot of them, from moth to hornet, love apples. He recommends consulting your county extension agent for what's best. And while we were at Apple Valley Orchards, the Harvested Here Food Hub showed up, getting the first apple delivery of the season. They're part of the Chattanooga Food Bank, working to connect local farmers with ways to get their food in the community. We featured them previously on Homegrown, so you may be eating some of those Apple Valley Orchard apples at local restaurants. For more information on the Apple Valley Orchards and Harvested Here, just head on over to our website, newschannel9.com.